Morning, everyone. Handle Star Saber here once again. We're going to go ahead and take a look at this morning the Secrets and Shadows Assault Battle event. It's a very easy event if you have the right team composition. What it does is requires either Night Sisters or Phoenix. Now, Phoenix is the more accessible of the two, but Night Sisters is what's going to make this easier for you. So I highly recommend building your Night Sister teams as far as they can go, especially the lineup I'm going to show you. Now, first of all, when you're looking at Night Sisters, you have a couple options. You have your Asajj Ventress and your Mother Talzin as leadership options. Mother Talzin is fun. She puts a lot of plague in the field, but for this event specifically, I recommend Asajj Ventress. Her Night Sister swiftness availability. It gives you plus 30 speed, like Mother Talzin's does, plus 30 defense, and gain 50% turn meter when they fall below 100% health, which they don't very often, so you don't see that trigger too often. But the biggest thing is have 50% chance to remove 20% turn meter when they damage an enemy. This turn meter removal can't be resisted. That one's very important, and you'll see why at stage 4, where you face down Darth Sidious, who can really wreck a team very quickly if you're not bringing in the right team members. Now, to augment that, I got my A team for this. That's Night Sister Zombie for doing all the tanking, old Daka to keep the team pretty much alive no matter what. And I also include Night Sister Acolyte. This could also be the Spirit, which is probably the best thing if you bring it all the way to Gear 12, or you could bring Initiate, or you could bring Talia, or you could bring Acolyte, who I usually do. That's just in case. It's nice to have the stealth there. So go ahead and start the event. Now this team is so clutch for this event. You can face the bonus mission on auto. I'm going to go ahead and do that. But before I do that, I'm going to talk a little bit about this celerity. This is something that will help your survivability a little bit if you need it. Now, it doesn't get used when you go on auto. And since this team, like I said, is pretty much got this thing on lockdown, you can see my Acolyte just one-shotted Savage, for instance. It really doesn't need a lot of help. So you're going through this here. You can go through wave after wave, 8 waves total of Sith. Now, if you're fighting with a lesser team, you probably want to take out Maul as quickly as possible. That daze can be troublesome to your team if your team's not very well equipped for this event. But normal here, not such a big deal. Same thing here. B2 Battle Droid tends to be your biggest target, and then you kind of work your way around, get to Dooku last because his counters. I mean, he'll just beat on Night Sister Zombie endlessly right here. This is the stage that can break a team very quickly. So you got Darth Sidious. When he does his AoE move, it will cause heal blocks all around. It'll cause major damage. It might bring your team down to nothing. He might get it off here, but as you can see, when you have Ventress as the lead, that turn meter gets knocked down pretty frequently. And no, he didn't survive long enough to get the hit off. Easy day. So now, the rest of the stages until stage 8 are usually pretty easy. And this is, even stage 8 itself is pretty easy because Nihilus' annihilate ability does not take down for good the Night Sister Zombie. So really for this, if you got the team lineup I have, the gear lineup I have, this event isn't much trouble for you. There's really nothing that's getting in your way stopping it. So success, last 8 stage, get to that final encounter. If you get here, getting Plague Out helps. That will bring the team down a lot quicker. But as you can see, this team hits hard enough. Ooh, got lucky, but Night Sister Zombie still saved my Ventress on the Annihilate. I didn't realize that was possible. That's pretty cool. So you can see there's really not much to this. And they even got the luckiest pot shot off they would have got with that Annihilate, and it still didn't make a dent in the final outcome so you can see we got to victory. No major issues. Did it on auto. Rewards are pretty good. I highly recommend you keep working this event every chance you get because some of that gear is going to come in handy. And at the very least, you'll get some shards for the shard shop if your roster's where mine is. That's probably going to be the case. But still, it's a worthwhile event. Highly recommend you work towards it. If you work with Phoenix, it's going to take more time. That stage 4 might trip you up completely. But keep working it because the payoff is worth it in the end. That's all I have for this video. Any questions, please ask in the line or in Discord or in the game chat. And this is Andal Star Saber signing out.